Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna make this adorable Wooper. And for that we need a 3mm hook, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, two 6mm safety eyes, pins, scissors, stuffing, chenille yarn. I'll be using this 2-strand 3mm thick chenille yarn in light blue, blue, and purple. And lastly, cotton yarn in black. You can find the links for the yarns I'm using in the description. We're gonna start with the body. Using the light blue yarn, we'll make 7 single crochets in a magic ring. That's our first single crochet in the ring, and now we continue with the remaining 6. Now we pull the yarn to close the ring. For round 2 we'll do 7 increases. One increase is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We make 1 single crochet, place a stitch marker, and then make another single crochet in the same stitch. We continue with increases until the end of the round. At the end we should have 14 stitches. In round 3 we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, repeating 7 times, ending the round with 21 stitches. In round 4 we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase, repeating 7 times. We start round 5 with 1 single crochet, then we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase 3 times. Now we make 8 single crochets. In the first of those 8 stitches, we're gonna place a small piece of yarn in a different color as a marker. We'll do the same in the last of those 8 stitches. These markers will help us position the eyes later. Now we make 1 increase and 2 single crochets 3 times. And finish the round with 1 single crochet. We should end up with 34 stitches. For the next 6 rounds, from round 6 to 11, we'll make 34 single crochets in each round. 1 single crochet in each stitch. We'll stop for a moment to place the safety eyes. They go between round 7 and 8, with 7 stitches of space between them. To position them, simply follow the same column of stitches straight down from the markers. Now we continue with round 12, starting with 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. Then we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease 6 times. And finish with 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. We start round 13 with 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Then we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease 5 times. And finish with 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. For round 14 we make 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet and 2 decreases, repeating the sequence twice. Then we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, ending the round with 12 stitches. Round 15 is 12 single crochets. We'll stop for a moment to stuff. We're gonna use plenty of stuffing, pushing it towards the sides to give a head a nice oval shape. Now we continue with round 16, making 3 single crochets and 1 increase 3 times, ending with 15 stitches. We start round 17 with 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Then we make 4 single crochets and 1 increase twice. And finish with 3 single crochets. In round 19 we make 5 single crochets and 1 increase 3 times, ending with 21 stitches. We start round 19 with 2 single crochets and 1 increase. Then we make 6 single crochets and 1 increase twice. And finish with 4 single crochets. In round 20 we make 7 single crochets and 1 increase 3 times. For the next 4 rounds, from round 21 to 24, we'll make 27 single crochets in each round. Round 25 is 3 single crochets, 1 decrease, 2 single crochets and 1 decrease, repeating 3 times. In round 26, we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease 7 times. We stop to add more stuffing. Now we continue with the last round, making 7 decreases. You can add a bit more stuffing if needed. We cut the yarn, and using the yarn needle, we pass through the front loops of the remaining 7 stitches. Pull to close, pass through the center, and come out through one side of the body. We're gonna leave this yarn for later. Now we're gonna make the stripes using the blue yarn. For the first one we chain 9. Now starting the second chain from the hook, we make 8 slip stitches. Cut the yarn. For the second stripe, chain 6. Starting the second chain from the hook, make 5 slip stitches. Cut the yarn. For the last one we chain 3. And then 2 slip stitches starting the second chain. Now we're gonna sew the stripes to the body. The first one goes over 122. Using the yarn needle, we pass the shorter yarn through the body once we have the stripe in position. Now with the other yarn, we sew it with a few passes. As I sew it on, I'm gonna make it slightly curved instead of perfectly straight. Now we sew the middle stripe in round 20 the same way. And finally we sew the small stripe in round 18. We secure the yarns. And use the scissors to hide the knots inside the body. Now we're gonna make the legs. Using the light blue yarn, we start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. In round 2, we make 1 increase and 5 single crochets. Round 3 is 3 single crochets, 1 increase and 3 single crochets, ending with 8 stitches. In round 4, we make 1 increase and 7 single crochets. Round 5 is 9 single crochets. In round 6, we make 7 single crochets and 1 decrease. Round 7 is 3 single crochets, 1 decrease and 3 single crochets. We stuff. For the last round, we make 5 single crochets and 1 decrease. We finish stuffing. Using the yarn needle, we pass through the front loops of the remaining 6 stitches. We pull to close, pass through the center, and come out through one side. This point should be facing upward. Repeat the same steps to make the second leg. Here I'm going to use pins to figure out where to sew the legs. They should be slightly tilted, and the tip of each leg shouldn't go past the middle stripe. Now we sew them in place. For the tail, we'll keep using the light blue yarn. We start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. Round 2 is 6 increases. In round 3, we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase 4 times. For the next 3 rounds, we make 16 single crochets in each round. In round 7, we make 7 single crochets, 1 decrease and 7 single crochets. Round 8 is 13 single crochets and 1 decrease, ending with 14 stitches. In round 9, we make 6 single crochets, 1 decrease and 6 single crochets. We add stuffing. Now we continue with round 10, making 11 single crochets and 1 decrease, ending with 12 stitches. Round 11 is 5 single crochets, 1 decrease and 5 single crochets. Round 12 is 9 single crochets and 1 decrease, ending with 10 stitches. In round 13, we make 4 single crochets, 1 decrease and 4 single crochets. Round 14 is 7 single crochets and 1 decrease. We add more stuffing. Now we continue with round 15, making 3 single crochets, 1 decrease and 3 single crochets. For the last round, we make 5 single crochets and 1 decrease. We cut the yarn, and using the yarn needle, we pass it through the front loop of the next stitch. Now we sew the tail in round 24. Working through the front loops. Once we finish, we use the yarn we left on the body earlier to secure. For the mouth, we're gonna cut a piece of black cotton yarn. We separate a single strand from it like this. And with the yarn needle, we're gonna embroider the mouth 1 stitch away from the eyes, between rounds 8 and 9. You can choose to leave the mouth curved or straight. Now we're going to make the gills using the purple yarn. Insert the hook from bottom to top on round 8 of the body, 4 stitches away from the mouth. Pull the yarn through to make a loop, and chain 7. Starting the second chain from the hook, make 2 slip stitches. Now chain 2, and make 1 slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. Continue working along the main chain with 2 slip stitches. Chain 3, starting the second chain, make 2 slip stitches. Then make 2 slip stitches along the main chain. Now we're going to insert the hook back into the body in the same spot, this time from top to bottom. I make one slip stitch, so we can continue working on the other side of the main chain. Here we make 2 slip stitches. Now we chain 3. Make 2 slip stitches starting the second chain from the hook. Then make 2 slip stitches along the main chain. Chain 2. Make 1 slip stitch in the second chain. And finish with 2 slip stitches along the main chain. Cut the yarn. Pass this yarn through the body. And pass the other yarn through the stitches until we reach the body. Secure the yarns and hide them inside. Now we make the second gill. For the first one we inserted the hook from bottom to top, so this time we're going to insert it from top to bottom. This way both gills will look the same. Then we simply repeat the same steps we used for the first one. Once we finish, we secure the yarns. And that's how we finish our little Wooper. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.